I've got a gig on Friday and I'm just doing some playing with the equipment, I'll be honest. But I was thinking, you've got your setup, you've got it all set up like that. You've got your light, and then you've got to fiddle around for like 5 minutes undoing these pathetic little butterfly clips off your bolts. And you're fiddling around, and you're more likely to go ahead and rather drop the butterfly clip or your bolt. And you don't want to do them when you're setting up, because sort of if you're running a bit late, time could be precious. Or if they've asked you to turn up at a specific time and start at like, they want you started 6 and you've turned up at 5, you have an hour and you've got to get all your lights ready, you've got to get everything set up, working, tested as well. I find that awkward. You've got to go all up there and everything, and then you might have to raise your lighting rig up a bit. So I thought of a novel way to do this. Ignore the box, it's got some lights in, that's all. I thought an easy way to do this is, I've not connected them in the middle yet because there's equivalent, I suppose it's a T-bar each side, but they're pretty freestanding on their own. I thought, apart from dropping out of my foot, I thought, why not just take off your T-bar for each side? Take it off. You've got it at your height then. I mean, no, that's it in a basic. And then, like, you can grab your lights. When you've got to hold it still, this is the only downside. But I suppose you get someone to help you as well, and that could be useful. But it saves tiptoeing all the time. I suppose you're less likely to drop it. So, twiddle your bolt. Twiddle it through again. Don't put them in your mouth, not swallow it. And sort of fiddle with your butterfly clip. Put it on. Now I think that's a lot more easy than going like on your tiptoes if you're a small person. Try now sort of reach up and grab your light rig and undo all your bolts. I suppose another thing you could do is have all your bolts undone, then just put your rig up. But then you've got to go through and put the bolts up. Not necessarily a good idea. I always leave the wire on the back. Makes it so much easier. These little flywheel things, if you can, replace them. If you can't, it doesn't matter. They do work. Just if you unscrew them fully, like I just did, if you screw them in wrong, you can cross thread them and that will ruin it. But that's just the basic idea about setting up your lights. It saves you going up on your tiptoes, wobbling your whole rig about, especially if you've got a slightly uneven surface. I love a good cup of tea, I do. Then, here's one I done earlier. Just 2 lights on a stand, and that's it. And that comes all the way down. There you go. Screwed them up, left all the bolts in, straight down onto the stand. How easy is that? I'm just using these Chauvet LX5s. Brilliant LED lights. They're actually really bright in the dark, of course. It's daylight at the moment. It's about 10 in the morning, so you're not going to see much. But I think they're brilliant little lights, and they do flood a whole room. You can have them so it's up, down, left, right, whatever. However you like them. Yeah, that one. See, easy as that. You unscrew it and you've caught it. You're not unscrewing it, then you don't have to faff around trying to find it if it falls on the floor. Because also when it falls on the floor, it makes a nasty sound. That's the other reason I don't like it on the floor. And this one, I'm just going to put on. I'm going to put this one back to front. Lift it up. The easy bit, you just get your hole, put it there. See how unstable it is when it's just got one on. Wobbles quite violently. Get it in the hole and screw the clip. Wedge it in carefully. Try and get them 2 poles aligned. like so. Turn it back up. Well, they always put these clippy things on, metal pins, and there's holes in your pole. I always like to put mine round the back and poke the actual rod bit, the end of it, facing towards me. Pretty